Because he's a winner. Like, he's green everywhere else, and he's still a little green and, like, roping and everything on him, but whenever you nod your head, he's good. I mean, the first round today, we might have not have stopped, and I had to pull twice, but, I mean, he hasn't tried to take the shot away from me. He's been honest all week, and I can't thank him enough for that.
This is Season 3 of The Score, the Team Roping Journal's regular podcast, where the team roping world talks. We've told the stories of some of the greatest cowboys, horses, and moments in the sport, and we're so far from done. In 2020, we'll bring you more of what you've come to expect, like interviews with the best cowboys and cowgirls we know, and we'll dive even deeper into subjects you care about. Look for more audio editions of the Team Roping Journal stories you might have missed in print, and learn about the great horses shaping the sport and great challenges facing our industry. All this and more in 2020. I'm Chelsea Schaefer. Hey everybody, welcome to this special National Finals of Breakaway edition of The Score. Today was day 2, so they ran 4 more calves today. They will run 2 more tomorrow, and then the top 8 in the average after the first 2 calves they run will go into a round of 8. Sudden death. The top 4 in that round of 8 will rope for the top 4 paychecks in the money for the whole week. So it'll be really exciting. We've got the whole breakdown about how the payout and the format works on the breakawayropingjournal.com. I've been getting tons of questions, people not understanding how it works, which I kind of predicted because I can check how many people read these stories, and I think only about 250 people read my story total that said the payout for the National Finals of Breakaway Roping. And I put it up about 2 months ago, guys. So I think everybody just kind of, now that it's happening, is scrambling to see what's going on. So that story is on the breakawayropingjournal.com. I reshared it on our Facebook page earlier in the week, so you can find it pretty easily. So day 2 of the National Finals of Breakaway Roping was all about Martha Angelone, who corrected us all. I think even a lot of the other breakaway ropers were saying Martha Angelone. It is very Italian. It's Martha Angelone. She has roped 8 calves in 20.4 seconds. She split the 3rd round with a 2.2 second run, and she split the 4th round with a 1.9 second run. If you listened to the podcast with Martha yesterday, she said she's never been very smart in a day in her life, and she wasn't going to back off. She absolutely did not. So we'll talk to her today. We will also talk to Lari Dee Guy, who is 2nd in the average. She is roping great. She has 1 barrier, which I know she's bummed about, but yes, she is 2nd in the average. And then 3rd in the average is Jordan Jo Fabrizio, and we visit with her later in the later in the podcast. So we've got 3 great interviews for you, and then I've got a special 4th interview with Jackie Crawford. And I wanted to talk to Jackie. I special requested that she come down to the press room because she did something that really showed some integrity today, and I wanted to highlight it, especially for the younger folks who might be listening to this podcast. Jackie, in golf, she gave herself a penalty stroke. She came off a bunch of wins yesterday, was leading the average, had been absolutely dominant yesterday, drawn a lot of attention. And then in the very first round today, which was round 5, she had an illegal catch that the judges missed. And Jackie, she walked up and told the judges, hey, you missed this call. I should have got a no time. And she did, and they announced that at the end of the round, and I only got to watch it on the big screen, so I didn't really see what exactly had happened. But she explains it in an interview later in this podcast. So without further ado, I will let you listen to our visit with Martha first, and enjoy. Martha, you told me yesterday you've never been smart a day in your life and you weren't going to start here. Tell me about your game plan going into this. Did you feel like you were as aggressive as you wanted to be over these last 4 rounds?
I honestly was a little bit more aggressive than I wanted to be. I was just going to try to go knock all 4 of my calves down today, especially how some things unfolded today. The last 2 rounds I told myself just to take the shot when it's given to you, and it just happened faster than what I thought it was going to.
Your horse felt great all day?
Yes, ma'am. He's a little iffy in the box right now. He's wanting to turn his head. I know he's nervous, but Charlie helped me on the last one. Yeah, keep his head straight and everything. It helped me a lot.
He is so green. Like, that's crazy. Why do you have confidence in him?
Because he's a winner. Like, he's green everywhere else, and he's still a little green and, like, roping and everything on him. But whenever you nod your head, he's good. I mean, the first round today, we might have not have stopped, and I had to pull twice. But, I mean, he hasn't tried to take the shot away from me. He's been honest all week, and I can't thank him enough for that.
At this point, how much of a gold buckle is in your mind versus how much are you thinking, still kind of go for the rounds, still one calf at a time? How are you balancing that?
Honestly, I'm not thinking about the end game. This is a great chance that the PRCA has given us with the amount of money that's up. So I'm still going to try to be smart for the average, but I'm going to try to do exactly what I did today. Because me being from where I came from, this is a lot of money, and it's a lot of money that changes our lives. And with the rounds paying $4,400, that's like a huge deal for me. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to try to win as much money as I can, and if it falls right and it happens, I don't know what I'll have for emotions tomorrow, but I'm going to keep trying to win as much as I can until then.
Tell me about high-pressure situations like what you're going to face tomorrow. What is your obviously nobody's ever been in the situation that we're going to be in tomorrow, but what is your experience? Have you have anything that you can compare tomorrow to?
Honestly, not. This is the biggest stage we've ever been on. I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow or anything. I hope I'm just as excited as I was the last 2 days. So
now you went to the All-In last night. You had something to do. What do you have to do tonight to keep you busy?
I'm probably still going to go home and practice and probably still just hang out with my family and just enjoy the time. I never get to see my mom because I'm from Virginia, so I like to spend the time with her while she's down here too. So,
who helped you get started in Virginia?
My dad. He was a tie-down roper. He passed away 5 years ago. And he started me whenever I was young and everything. I ran barrels, tied goats. I did about everything. But Breakaway and team roping were my two favorite events. I did like to goat tie till I blew out my knee, and then I didn't like it anymore.
Did you guys go to the JX2 stuff a lot? Did you go to the IPRA rodeos, the APRA rodeos? Where were you?
Back when I was still back there, they still had like the Metro Opens and stuff. They were bigger than the JX2s back in the day. But those were kind of closer to the house. That was still a 5-hour trip to maybe win first in the average and win $300. Me being out here and the money that's up, it's crazy. Like back there, back home, you'd win a rodeo and win like $300, and be the same time you'd be out here and you win $2,000 at an amateur rodeo. Mm-hmm. So
now, obviously, team roping, you do team rope quite a bit still, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I head in heel.
Gotcha. So you've been to the U.S. finals, had success at the U.S. finals. What has the opportunities that team roping given you done to set you up for this moment? I feel like you've been on some really big stages in team roping.
Yes, ma'am. U.S. finals was one of the bigger stages. The Patriot has a really big chance for us to win money, and then the WCRA stepped up for us. And I've never won that much in the team roping before, and I didn't even finish like I wanted to over there, and still won $14,000 in the team roping that week. And for an all-girl, that was absolutely amazing. I missed my last one at AT&T, but still the chance to rope for that much money is awesome.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you so much, Martha. Now, up next is our chat with Lari Dee Guy.
How's your back?
How's my back?
Yeah.
It's not a good back. I've had a bad back since I was a kid, but it's very manageable right now, and it's not affecting me any.
You didn't look. I thought maybe you looked sore when you were in the grand entry. I was like nervous for you. But maybe
I wake up tight every morning, and I go to bed every night tight. But I usually go get stem cell in Mexico, and I happen to be a week late, so that's going to be my vacation after the finals, is to get my back taken care of. I just wished I would have been able to do it last week.
Yeah, for sure. Tell me about Rex.
You know, Rex is, he's been a blessing for me. He kind of took over for Gangster. I got him from a really good friend of mine, Jade Connor, and he's gotten where, you know, he really scores well, and he always runs to the calf and gives me a good chance.
Now, we're talking years apart, decades apart, really, but that's the same people that 8-Track came from.
Yes.
But not related to 8-Track. Any similarities to 8-Track?
You know, he runs a lot like 8-Track. 8-Track, I was privileged to get to ride him later in his career, and it was always kind of funny because every time I rode 8-Track, I won something, and I always gave Hope a hard time because I was like, no wonder you won all that money. You get to ride 8-Track, you know. But, yeah, you know, Rex hardly ever takes a throw, always runs to the calf and gives you a good chance.
I was just kind of watching and taking a little survey, and I think there were 3 of you at least that I saw in that Randy Reed bit. What's so great about that bit, and why would Breakaway ropers like it so much?
You know, Randy Reed contacted me about that bit, and he sent me one, and I loved it. And I shared with all my friends about that bit because I felt like that was a bit that would let your horse pull on you a little bit in the box, but also gave you control in the stop. And I love that bit. You know, I think that I use that bit on my team roping horses, my breakaway horses, my young horses. I use that bit a lot. It's one, I've got probably 4 bits that are my go-to bits, and that's dang sure one of them.
Are you happy with the way you're roping?
You know, I feel I'm roping good. You know, I got a barrier that I maybe went a little fast. I felt like the calf stepped a little left when he left, but I feel like I'm using my rope good and just trying to get my job done.
We talked a little bit yesterday about how important the average is, but how important the go-rounds are. How are you balancing the need to stay in the average with the need to win something in the go-rounds?
Well, when you're old like me, you know, you go at every calf, but it's usually not going at them like Martha Angelone. You know, it's like I might be 2-4, 2-5, but I'm trying to be aggressive on every single calf that I run. I just don't want to take a dumb shot. And, you know, today, 1 out of the 4, I felt like I took an extra swing on. The rest of them, I just felt like I hit the barrier and took the best shot that I had.
Perfect. That's what I needed.
And last in our top 3 in the average is Jordan Fabrizio. She is 3rd in the average heading into the final 2 calves in the regular 10-head part of the performance.
Jordan and I have a group text going with breakaway ropers in Colorado, and they were all talking about how smart you were roping. Did you feel smart? Were you roping smart? Were you roping for the rounds? Give me your analysis.
I've just been trying to run 1 calf at a time and do my job. I have a pretty good mental stability in my corner, I guess. Raymond's been talking me through it and helping me all the way, and I think I feel like mentally I had an advantage with him because he's been here and done it, and so it relieved a lot of my anxieties, but I've just been trying to go and be aggressive and do my job 1 calf at a time.
What was Raymond saying to you in the corner?
Just take a deep breath and relax. You saw in the first one I get a little bit excited, sometimes run over myself, but just to keep breathing and relax and do what we do every day and not get too hyped up in the situation, which is nearly impossible. I mean, we're in Arlington.
Yeah.
But just keeping me down to earth.
Tell me about that horse that you're riding.
Her name's Cookie. We bought her a year ago from Chancey Etbauer and Robert, and she didn't really want to sell her to me, but I kind of pulled her leg, and I'm very thankful for her. She makes my job easy, and I've had some growing pains with her, but if I do my job, she does hers, and so she's been a huge blessing to me.
What's your game plan going into tomorrow?
Same thing. I'm just going to run my calf 1 at a time, do my job, and the chips lay where they may.
Very good. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, and like I told you, I want you all to hear from Jackie about what happened on the calf that she voluntarily essentially took a no time on. There were going to be people at home that had seen that maybe Jackie, that was an illegal shot, but the judge did not see, and Jackie made it right. So I wanted her to visit about that and about the decision to call herself out on it and tell the judges what had really happened.
Jackie, you told on yourself. Tell me about that. That was a hard. Tell me about what it took for you to raise your hand.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to go out there and like dispute the judges. I mean, that's their call. But at the same time, I knew that they had missed it, and you don't live with something like that and let it go. So I just got back around to the front and made sure I wasn't going to get in trouble by going out there, and went and told them like I definitely had a back leg in it, and it was just they missed it, and that's just human error. And I can't even imagine having their job and trying to make those just split-second decisions. So nobody's fault except my own for opening a back leg, and they got it right, and so now we got to figure out a different game plan.
You're fifth in the average, though. I mean, you can just stay steady at this point. Is that how you're feeling? What's your game plan?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I still need to. I'm going to do some figuring tonight, but I think that I'm definitely going to still try to go for some rounds if the shot presents itself. I had one calf today that I kind of regret. The timing just wasn't there, and I wish I'd have taken the shot, but other than that, the shots didn't present themselves as well to win money in the go-rounds today, but I'm definitely going to be pressing it tomorrow as long as I know I'm safe in the average.
Perfect. That's all I needed. Thanks, Jackie.
Okay.
Thank you all for listening to this episode of The Score from the National Finals of Breakaway Roping. Thanks to Caitlin for getting it edited. She's our producer back in Wickenburg, just enjoying the sunshine. And thank you to Charlie One Horse, Resistol, Fastback, and Cactus for their support of the Breakaway Roping Journal. They were here on the ground floor. I hope they are enjoying the benefits of being a partner of ours at the Breakaway Roping Journal, because they've been with us from the beginning, and Breakaway Roping is just absolutely exploding. People are shopping here for Breakaway Roping gear while we're in Arlington, and I hope that you take your time to go by those booths where Cactus and Fastback. Go say hi to Barry and Katie at the Cactus booth, and Mike Pylan. Go see Terry and Coy and crew at the Fastback booth, Mary Jane and Ricky at Resistol, and Charlie One Horse. Tell them thank you for believing in what we do here. We sure appreciate it.